This is Marla Phillips. I'd like to go through in-class work number 4 as part of the risk and failure analysis course. The students are still working on the scenario where we have 2 untrained employees going out into the manufacturing area and doing work. So they're new employees. They guess they didn't realize they should have been trained or what they should have been trained on, and somehow they started doing some work in that area. So we're trying to get students to understand what's the bigger impact. What I'm looking for is some sign of, okay, it's not just what those employees did. It's great to see if they can at least recognize, like, well, it impacts everything they did for the whole day. So that's okay. It could look at, well, what other employees have been out in the manufacturing area that weren't trained, that are new employees. Okay, that's good. What about the entire training program? What was the breakdown? What happened? So we're looking for signs to have them show that they see that there's a bigger issue than just whatever that employee did when they were touching the equipment. And here's an example from a student who got a 5 out of 5, and basically just showing down below that, recognizing that with a lack of job-specific training created an increased risk for micro-contamination in the facility. And because the discovered risk factor is micro, the finished product testing cannot be used as proof that microbial contamination isn't there. So this student is really showing that they really understand a lot of things, and they're pulling together, connecting a lot of dots, really. So a total of 8 lots of material were produced. All lots passed the lab tests, including sterility. However, we cannot prove that sterility was not impacted. In this situation, we must assume a critical impact to safety. So they focused on what those employees were doing for the day, but also demonstrated an understanding of what we've taught before, that you can't test quality into the product. So that was actually pretty exciting to see. So that's just an example of what we're looking for, to have students look beyond the exact situation and see the bigger picture and the bigger impact.